Well, come paint with me. Today I'm painting an owl that will be part of my story in my Snail Mail Club, Parchment Treasure. And I think I'm going to do dots. And I saw an owl like this online, but it was all AI and very detailed. And I thought, well, I liked the colors and the shape of it. So I drew it out and I'm going to kind of put my own spin on it. Okay, so changed my mind. I was working on it late doing those dots, and then when I came in the next day to work on it, I just, it wasn't doing it for me. I decided that I wanted more background color before I added in the dots and whatever else I was going to do. The last few paintings I've done, I've primarily just done the dots, and I thought this time I just want it to be bolder and stronger. So I went in this morning and started adding background colors, and now I'm doing a second coat to kind of cover up the dots and everything that was there. Because that's what art is. Art is just kind of making it up as you go. And I changed my mind. So I just covered up what I had done the day before and started doing something new. And hopefully I'll just keep going forward and not cover anything up again because it's very time consuming. I'm not sure yet how this owl is going to play into the story. Normally, I decide what I'm going to paint after I've written that part of the story. And this time, I'm painting it first and haven't decided how it's going to fit into the story. I just saw this image and I was like, oh, I want to paint that. I want to use my own colors. I want to use my own, technique and bring this owl to life. So I'm doing the painting first, and then I'll figure out how I'm going to work it into the story. Because the story I'm telling, I don't even know how it's going to end. I'm writing each chapter as I go, and then creating all the elements that go into the Mail Club envelopes as I write the story. So I'm not sure how this owl's going to fit into it, but there will be somehow. So now that I've got all the background colors in, first and second and sometimes third coat, I'm going to start going in with the designs where I had started earlier with the dots. I think I'm going to do lines and dots. I'm kind of going for a jungle-ish tribal look on this painting, and I have no idea where it's going to go. I am literally just picking a color and deciding if it's going to be dots or lines or swirls as I go. I have no plan, and we'll just see what happens. Of course, everything I do needs a little gold, right? I like things that shimmer and shine. You noticed I'm using that same purple shift, color shift paint on part of it, and then I found a blue one too, and those are the two primary background colors I'm using to add a little shine. Because I have a Mod Podge of acrylic paint, some are shiny, some are flat, some are color shift, it really kind of, there's no rhyme or reason, but I'm thinking this one when I'm done, I may cover the whole thing with like a clear acrylic just to make everything shiny. I haven't decided yet though. These are looking like leaves to me, so I'm going to make them look a little more like leaves. Bringing in that kind of a jungle feel. Now I speed up this film 500 times its normal speed, so you can imagine how much time this is taking me. Is it tedious? Yes. But it sends me into my Zen space, and I'm allowed to just think, and usually I'm listening to a podcast or music, and it just is my happy place. And not having a plan actually makes it more fun because I'm cutting out the sections of the filming where I'm just sitting there looking at it, trying to decide what my next move is going to be. Now, normally when I paint, I don't do a bunch of shading. I'm very line orientated. I have sharp lines and, bold colors. But this time, I'm going to add some shading, I think, and try to make it look a little more three-dimensional. Now here I decided to use an acrylic paint pen just so the lines would be more uniform, but I still noticed that they got a little heavy on the lift at the end of each stroke, and I'll make that work later, but it was easier to keep the lines a little straighter using the acrylic paint pen because my hands tend to be a little shaky, especially when I'm making fine lines. So here I'm back to a brush. I've said before, I'm very much a maximalist, and so I just keep adding components to the painting, whether it be more dots or more lines, or I just kind of look at it and think, oh, it needs a little something here, or it needs a little something there. Now that this paint is dried here, I'm going in and creating a line to kind of blend in where those pen marks left little dots. I do like the way the lines turned out though. They kind of look like feathers a little bit. I didn't film the last part of painting this because I forgot, but here is the finished project and I absolutely love it.